Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Vidiot on Demand. I am your host, Philip Williams, because no one else had the balls. I just saw the Marvels. What did I think about it? Stay tuned to find out.
I need to have reality to be focused on me. I'm on TV. I am a Vidiot.
This is going to be a non-spoiler review, and then I'll save some spoilers for the end. As with the last time I talked about a superhero property, I brought up that there was a strike going on, and as of now, there might be closing in on the end of the actor strike. But that also means that the actors couldn't really promote the shows and movies that they're in, meaning that there is not a lot of excitement going into seeing something like The Marvels. And to be completely fair, I understand. I mean, Captain Marvel, whether you like that movie or hate that movie, it did very, very well at the box office, being Marvel's first female-led film. And now with The Marvels coming out, being a sequel to that, but also a sequel to the Miss Marvel show and a continuation on Monica Rambeau's story, being a team-up film and being a female team film, you would think that this would just go through the roof. But unfortunately, we live in a time where a lot of superhero properties and franchises have been so overwhelming to the non-comic book reading audience that they just don't know if they can keep up. It seems like they forget that when you watch a movie, movies are written so you don't have to have seen the last thing in order to understand what's going on. So that worry, to me, is kind of strange. But I understand that everything does feel overwhelming. It sucks that for someone like Iman Vellani, who is quite frankly the MVP of this movie, she didn't get a chance to truly promote the film. It's her first ever huge blockbuster movie coming from the Disney Plus series Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel is probably one of my favorite shows, and Iman Vellani is one of those breakout stars who really does feel like she's me getting to do the thing that I always wanted to do. She's such a breath of fresh air, and she's amazing, and she's really bringing it. She's just enthusiasm incarnate. I loved seeing her on the big screen. I love seeing her family on the big screen. I love seeing that story continue. After seeing this movie, if you haven't seen Miss Marvel, it gives you a good excuse to go to Disney Plus and check it out. It does feel a bit like they haven't quite figured out what makes Captain Marvel tick, like what works with her, because they really they threw her in without the actress getting a sense of who she was. I get the vibe that she's sort of a headstrong bruiser who goes in and tries to solve problems. You need someone like Monica Rambeau's character, who's more of a thinker and knows how to solve problems with her brain, even though she has crazy powers too that are kind of undefined. All that stuff aside, I feel that they had a pretty strong bad guy in this. I got away thinking that the bad guy seemed like it wasn't just bad guy for bad guy's sake. They had a reason for doing this and a reason for targeting specifically Captain Marvel. I thought there was a lot of fun surprises, and there's some goofy space stuff that happens along the way. All in all, I enjoyed this. Give this one a watch. I thought this was quite fun. And now, time for the spoilers. The thing that I found really fun is the fact that they went to a musical planet. I wished that more of the characters burst into song, and I wish that they had a longer musical moment. I feel like maybe the studio was chickening out and they probably had more musical stuff, but they probably felt like, oh, we're gonna lose so many people because musicals / female leads / we gotta get those hardcore nerds to actually like us, so let's get rid of all of that. I kind of feel like maybe they went that route. I really enjoyed it, and I kind of wanted to see more. I'm a musical nerd, and they didn't really bring it in that area as much as they could have, but it was fun to see this kind of world, and I'd like to go back and kind of further explore this kind of thing, but I don't think they'll ever do that, unfortunately. There's two kind of end credits. You have the end, and then you have the mid-credit scene, and there is no end credit scene because it felt like they didn't trust people to stick around long enough, so they put the very end credit scene in the mid-credit scene. That's what it feels like. It was fun to see Kate Bishop side by side with Miss Marvel. Let's put a team of kid superheroes together. And then the mid-credit scene, we find out what happened to Monica Rambeau. No, she is not dead. Of course not. She is just in a different reality, as she said. I mean, I kind of knew that she was going to run into her mom, because that felt like thematically it would be nice. And since we have seen her mom in a different reality getting killed by Scarlet Witch, it's like, okay, so maybe she's still alive in a different reality. And sure enough, she is. Wait a minute, who's that blue guy walking by? Sideshow Bob himself, Kelsey Grammer. I couldn't believe it. That was Beast from X-Men, and he mentions Charles. And I thought that the special effects was really, really good, because they decided to go like CG and not like makeup like they did before. So he looks a lot more accurate to what the kind of cartoon / comic book versions of him. They imply that maybe this is the X-Men universe from the Fox side, because they did have music from the Fox universe when he was on screen. Or maybe they're just saying that, no, this is the X-Men that is coming officially to the MCU. Who knows? But I'm excited. I genuinely felt like this was a good way to kind of hype you up for what is to come. And all in all, I think this was a fun movie. Was it great? It wasn't like amazing. It wasn't on the level of, say, Guardians of the Galaxy, any of those films. But Iman Vellani and her character of Miss Marvel and her supporting cast is really what brings the heart of the entire film. And her as an actress is just amazing to see. So I can't wait to see more of what they do. And to be honest, I don't think the MCU is dead. I think it's people's attitudes that just simply need to change. Well, I hope you remember me when you become rich and famous. I'll see you later.